Classic League Podcast time! Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 250 of the Classic Elite Podcast. My name is Scott, and I've got Dustin with me. What is going on, man? Ooh.
Guess who I saw today? Everyone I looked at, of course!
What was the last punchline there?
Guess who I saw today? Everyone I looked at, of course.
But
So I found this at Target. It's a skeleton with a bow tie and stupid hair, and he tells Halloween dad jokes.
That's awesome.
And I was trying to get him far enough away that it didn't like blow out everybody's speakers.
You did good. You've been watching American Idol, where they talk about. So I didn't realize that you were a toy designer.
Right? I thought I invented this thing.
So, congratulations, you're doing well. IT guy, podcaster, and toy manufacturer or designer. Can we? God, I know that there's toy makers in like dad movies, and I couldn't make any of the references. They were all blanked on me. Stewie, or Tommy Pickles' dad. What's his name?
Stu
Pickles. That's who I wanted to reference right there. Hey, Iceman, good to see you. We got Perplens back.
Iceman, you know I'm not playing.
Good to see you guys. So, yeah, Dustin, how's the week been, man?
Pretty good.
You're having another baby!
Yeah, we're pregnant.
Congratulations, man.
Thanks.
About 5 years later.
Yeah, I was like, man, we got to do something big for this episode 250.
Might as well have a kid.
Yeah.
Seriously, dude, congratulations, man.
The timing was really hard.
So, yeah, big sell job on that with Kim's like, no, you got to do this now. I got episode 250 coming up in 3 months.
Yeah.
So, how is Sully taking the news? Is he excited to be a brother?
Yeah, he's stoked about it.
Hell yeah.
So far. He really wanted a little sister, but now that we're pregnant, he's like, nah, maybe little brother. So I'm thinking either way it goes, we should be fine.
He should be good. My buddy just had his third kid, and I went and took him over to dinner, and his two older kids were just like obsessed with the baby.
Yeah.
So I would imagine Sully's going to be a good big brother too. So yeah, man. Wow. I feel like my jokes are going to be silly now the rest of the. Yeah, I guess I was going to say I've had a really big week at work, but that's all I guess I'll say about it.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man. Oh, we got the kitty raid coming. We got Babs and Perplens and Iceman saying congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Baby raid. Yeah, Zarek, what's up, dude? Babs has got to be heartbroken, though.
Yeah.
Her husbando's been sowing his seed other places. So, yeah, everyone, thank you very much for joining us. This is the 250th episode we've done of the podcast. And we're a video game podcast, so we'll be talking about gaming news, what we've been playing, and also fielding questions and comments from chat. If you would like to join us in chat, we broadcast Wednesday nights normally on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/classicleet, between 8 and 8:30 Eastern time. So if you'd like to join, that'd be awesome. Also, do want to mention we have some affiliate links in the show notes. So if you click on those and buy something from Amazon, anything you buy will get some credit for, especially digital video games. The Adpocalypse, though, we're starting to get better. I think the algorithm's starting to trust us.
Yeah.
Our videos are getting demonetized, but remonetized really quickly now, which is nice. Last week's episode was remonetized before I even published it. Usually it takes a day or two.
Wow.
So, YouTube, what are you going to do?
Google must have assigned someone to us.
Yes, because we are so close to 10,000. They're like...
Yeah.
Which is
like
funny.
These guys need our attention the most.
The big up-and-comers, 7 years in the making. So, yeah, also... want to mention that if you are following us in chat, Dustin provides the links to the show topics that we have. So you can follow along with us and make comments and all that kind of stuff there. JC's asking, does anyone have issues with Rocket League? From a technical standpoint, sometimes for me, it can get a little laggy where it'll hitch, or sometimes things are teleporting around the screen, like in FPSs and stuff. And actually, the comments have gotten better for me. Crude, what is up, dude? You'll have to let me know how your PC build is coming along. But yeah, I've gotten back into Rocket League, and it hasn't been as toxic as it was when I uninstalled it again. So, do I have issues with the community? Yeah, sometimes. The game, it mostly plays pretty well. Have you... I know you have it on PlayStation. Well, you don't have Plus anymore, right?
Yeah, I don't have it anymore.
Do you ever play much of it? I don't think you have.
I don't think I've even booted it up before.
Wow. It's funny, the first time I played it, I hated it because I had just gotten done playing Arkham City. No, Arkham Knight. And I love the way the Batmobile controlled in that game, and Rocket League does not control like that.
Yeah.
So it was very frustrating to relearn how things going. JC says the game freezes up before it even puts her into a game. That sucks. I have not had that. I have had games not load, but usually there's an update and then I'm good. Oh, I have not been playing it on Xbox. I've been playing it on PC. I have it on Xbox because I'm crazy, so I will give that a try later.
I wonder if there's an update incoming.
Probably. They still are making bank off that game, so they are supporting it very well. There's a really neat... It felt like you were in Nebraska or Iowa out in the cornfields. It's a really neat new arena that they made. It was really cool. So, yeah, I guess let's get into some gaming news. It's a little light this week as far as topics are concerned, but should be some good conversation. The first story, though, I don't think there's really much to discuss, but I thought it was a neat thing. Ninja Theory, who made the game Hellblade, they put Hellblade on sale during, was it National Mental Health Day last week? I think that's what it was. And they put the game on sale and then donated all of the revenue generated from that sale to the UK mental health organization called, begins with an R. Shoot, I have the YouTube video link, not the article. Could you look that up for me?
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that's really great to see. It's a game that's about that subject matter, and the fact that they took a lot of care in developing the game, and then they share, I guess, in the popularity and the success of it with the cause that they initially made the game to bring awareness for, which is really cool. Any luck? It's called it's one word.
Almost there.
Almost there. Well, while we get to that, I'm going to skip something because Dustin, Hulu brought out some new shows, but you're better at reading a lot than I am, so I'm going to have you read those in a second.
Okay.
But before we get to that, the coolest thing I've seen on the internet in the last week.
Rethink.
Thank you.
There it is.
Rethink is the UK organization. So a guy was able to beat Cuphead using a DDR machine. It is unbelievable.
How's that for inclusivity?
He's showing off. He's too much elite. He's too elite. He's part of the 1%. He's the problem, Dustin. Don't you get it? His Twitch channel should be shut down. You do not need to let people know that they can strive for greatness. But that was really sweet. I love the idea of people doing goofy things.
Yeah.
And shoehorning stuff together. It's very cool. And this guy's clearly very talented at hand-eye coordination and reflexes. Like, this isn't just being good at video games. You got to be pretty athletic to do this kind of stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some people not believing us in chat.
Oh, hey,
So-
they'd
so,
probably
Reggie?
believe us a lot better if I gave them the link. I'm slacking, guys.
Slacking. Well, pull it together because you're going to have a lot to read here in a second. But
And paste.
while Dustin's sharing that, so Hulu has announced that they are bringing 4 new esports shows to the service. I'm before you read what each is about.
Okay.
When I heard that, I was actually optimistic. I've liked some Hulu original programming. So yeah, I'd rather it be them than like Crackle or something that's pre-installed that no one uses.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a Polygon article here, and each show has a name and then a description halfway through the article.
All right. It says, according to ESL, the 4 programs will include the following: Player versus Player, a gamified debate show featuring both shoutcasters and influencers arguing with each other for points. The result, ESL said, would be an urgent, passionate conversation among signature esports personalities, connecting communities while also pitting them against one another. At the conclusion of the show, both sides will face off in a final challenge over a classic video game. Hey, all right.
I like that. Hearing you describe that, if any of our listeners are sports fans, or back in the day when ESPN used to talk about sports, there was a show called Around the Horn, and that's what this reminds me of. And it would be 4 sports writers, and the host would ask a topic. Is so-and-so going to break a home run record? Is so-and-so coach going to get fired? Stuff like that. Mm. And each person would have maybe 10, 15 seconds to make a case for their point. And depending on their argument, the host would give them points or take them away. So if they said something great, he'd give them points. And if they said something stupid, he'd take them away. And it was a really fun show. And it would, between commercial breaks, one guy would get axed from the show before the commercial break, and it would end in a head-to-head.
Okay.
So you'd have like an LA guy, a Boston guy, a Chicago guy. It's cool.
I'm wondering, they say classic video game. Classic, like, how old is classic? Like Contra, or
I bet it's like
Team Fortress 2.
See, I was going to say Team Fortress 2 or Halo or... Well, those are classics. Okay, yes, I do want to watch them like head-to-head, who can get further in Castlevania.
Yeah.
Okay, so next show. What's the next show? We got
or even Blades of Steel. Tecmo Bowl, something like that.
I like Blades of Steel because then there's fighting involved too, so the teams could yell at each other.
Yeah. All right, the next show will be... Sorry, did you say something?
I was trying to make a Karate Kid joke. It's okay.
Okay. The next show is Boot Camp, a weekly series that will follow the Immortals esports team on their way to a high-profile Counter-Strike Global Offensive tournament in Oakland, California. ESL said that the series will give unprecedented access to the inner workings of a professional esports team, with scrimmages and practice sessions at the team house as they formulate a new strategy and build team chemistry. We'll see what happens when people stop being polite.
Start getting real sports. So this also reminds me of another sports show. So this is where my love for sports is really helping with the crossover. This one story has finally paid off. This is very similar to a show on HBO called Hard Knocks, where they follow a team in the preseason leading up to the beginning of the season, and it is an in-depth look at their training camp, personal lives, friendships, all that kind of stuff. It's exactly what this sounds like. And It's an excellent show. So far, the 2 things that these have reminded me of have made me more optimistic about Hulu.
Okay.
Now, who knows about the production? What they could have crappy producers, but yeah, I'm liking these themes so far.
All right, going on, we have Defining Moments, a kind of news magazine. ESL says it will cover impactful moments in esports history, including trick shots and insane reflex skills. controversial moves and their impact on gaming history, or long-lasting rivalries and how they came to be. Guests will include players, developers, and sports scientists.
This isn't ringing any bells, but I like the description of that a lot.
Yeah.
I like trick shots. I like when someone does something really good, and then if they can explain to me why it's like so incredible, that's that much better. Sometimes you'll watch the Olympics and they're so good it looks easy.
Yeah.
But they'll describe it to you like how insane it was they did something. It's like, oh, that's amazing. I like that. I'm on board.
Bab says they did the Bucks. I'm from
Tampa
TB.
Bay. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay. They also did the Kansas City Chiefs one year, I think. Yeah. When I lived in Cincinnati, they did the Chiefs, and it was really good. Then they did the Cowboys one year. Showtime did a ripoff, and they did a Notre Dame season in 2015. That was very fun.
Sweet.
Except I couldn't watch the losses after they lost. I couldn't watch those episodes. But they won a bunch of games that year, so it was fun.
I read TB, and the only thing that came to mind was tuberculosis.
Yeah, well, sports. So. Come on.
The last one is ESL Replay, a documentary-style roundup of 4 major ESL tournaments created within 1 week of the live event.
Awesome. It's like a highlight reel, but highly crafted. A lot of college schools do that. Their production students have these like really nice cameras, and they'll get on-field access. So they'll make kind of behind-the-scenes videos in the locker room, highlights of the game, all that kind of stuff, and they'll edit in local like radio announcers making the calls, not the big ESPN broadcast. So you get like the good homer calls, and you get the excitement that you want as the fan. And the students usually do a really good job. They look really professional.
Yeah.
It's cool. Ken says, speaking of guests, Dustin, where's your friend from Target?
This guy?
How'd the hipster burn his tongue? Well, he drank his coffee before it was cool.
That's funny on a couple levels.
Yeah.
With hipsters being tied to coffee, too. That's the best. Yeah. So, which of those 4, I guess, sounds most appealing to you?
Off the top of my head, probably Defining Moments.
And which one was that?
The news magazine, cover impactful moments in esports history, trick shots, insane reflex skills.
That sounds more like a regular traditional sports center, I guess, now that I think about it. But instead of being every night where you'd watch the day's highlights of sports or whatnot. Because they still... you'll see athletes make an amazing shot, and they'll hum the ESPN Sports Center Top 10 song. It's like 4 notes, like da-na-na, na-na-na.
Yeah.
And it means that's the beginning chime to Sports Center Top 10, and that's a common thing. If you make a really good shot, oh, that'll be on Sports Center tonight. I don't know. I guess you have to be into playing sports. Someone else in the chat. At least I got Babs with me. She's from Tampa Bay. She knows what it's like to watch stuff. Backlog Night, the Night Invades 2. What's up, man? Good to see you. So, yeah, I don't know. All those actually, I will give them all a try when I resubscribe to Hulu. Awesome.
I've been using my sister-in-law's account.
Mm-hmm.
I went on Hulu, and they have Ghost Adventures on there.
Yeah. They might get another subscriber from you. I like Hulu, and again, right now they have live TV in my area. So when it comes time to watch the NCAA tournament, even though I get, I guess, quote unquote, free cable, for anybody listening, all I do is take the cable from my wall that goes into my cable modem, and I use a splitter, and the signal coming out of my wall for the internet also gives me a bunch of channels on my TV. But it doesn't cover everything, so I won't have TBS, TNT Court TV. There'll be a lot of games that I wouldn't have access to without proper login credentials. So during the NCAA tournament, I'm definitely getting Hulu, and I'll be checking these shows out come the springtime for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so... So this next part I have a little bit of a... I guess this is editorial. This isn't really news. But I have seen a lot of buzz around modding or hacking your NES or SNES to play more games. And I don't understand the want in order to put more games on the SNES Classic.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I kind of like to leave it pristine, I guess, as silly as that sounds.
Yeah.
And every game on there is more conveniently playable other places with more features. So it's like it's the experience that's fun. And having 100 games to sort through is laborious, and I'd find myself playing it less the more games I have.
Yeah. What's up, Corey?
Oh, we got Corey again. Good to see you. But I do want to mention that the software is allowing for hacks and functionality. So I am on board with that.
Yeah. I saw they added like a home function.
Yeah, where you normally would need to hit the power button to get to the home menu.
Yeah.
But like the AVS console I have has a button sequence to press, and it takes me back to the main menu. So having that's awesome. You don't have to get up off the couch to mess with the console. No. Thank you.
It's not 1993 anymore.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, right? I am still blown away by the people that had controller or remote controls that were hardwired into their TV before there was the infrared. So was your furniture arrangement predicated on the length of your cord? Because I've certainly decorated around stupid stuff before like that. So it was Dad's chair closer to the TV than Mom wanted it because he needed to have it right there. That was goofy. And then, also the other function that it added, you can add custom wallpapers now.
Cool.
Yeah. So if you're going to make it more convenient to navigate and let me customize the wallpapers, I'm on board.
Yeah.
Sounds cool. Yes, Eric says, we're so close to 10,000 subs. We'll get there eventually. Like, law of averages.
Maybe before you.
We're sputtering. We're leaking oil, Dustin. Coming up to that finish line. I don't know. I guess you said you agree. Do you have any other thoughts, though?
Those things are so hard to get. I would just leave them just mint as possible.
I'd use it, but yeah, I'm the same way. I kind of get it from the tinkering perspective, but maybe it's because I've done super easy mods like this before that it also is uninteresting to me because it sounds as easy as soft modding your Wii.
Like if you're Ben Heck, I understand it, but like me, I won't be doing it.
Yeah, and it's all like an executable on your computer. No one's actually digging in. Ben Heck writes the code that allows people to do this.
Right, yeah.
Cool. And this is sweet, Dustin. This is like having a friend get a hole-in-one in golf. Sports references all episode, people. My buddy got a winner chicken dinner in PUBG solo.
Oh, sweet.
He had it's his lunch break game. He works from home. So about once or twice a week I would get a text from him, and all it would be is a screenshot of like finishing third, finishing second, finishing 8th. And I'm like, oh, you'll get there, and then he just sent me a screenshot of him getting the winner. I was like, yes, that is amazing. He said his heart was going nuts because he could hear the guy in the room and wasn't like sure where he was. But when it was the last 3, he took out the last 2. So it was not only getting a hole in one, but hitting like a great feeling shot and sinking it.
Dude,
Not
sweet.
hitting a shitty shot. It ricochets off a tree and ends up in the hole.
Cool.
So I was like, hell yeah, congratulations, Matt. Very awesome. So I would say his name and Twitter handle, but I don't know. I don't know if he wants me to do that or not. But he did play Diablo with me on our channel. If you go look at our old Diablo videos from 2012, he's on some of those with me. He's a good dude. And way better at video games than I am. I've talked about him a bunch. He also helps me out with a lot of my Hearthstone decks. Which,
right, yeah.
He's like, so he's really good at Hearthstone, and he got to rank 1 last month. He almost got to Legend. He never pushed for Legendary before.
Mm-hmm.
And he made some comment about seeing if he could get the, I don't know, be motivated enough for Hearthstone. I'm like, well, you did beat PUBG. He's like, that's how it feels. It's awesome. So congratulations, Matt. That's pretty cool. Next up, we have a game we're going to play, Dustin.
Yes.
So someone named Ross Dickerson sent us an email. It's from internet.frontier.com. And do you want to run the game?
Sure.
I've been hogging all the airtime. Iceman says he's been enjoying F-Zero on the I'm assuming on the SNES Classic. I liked F-Zero. Play it on King mode and play it with a buddy where it's really, really hard. So you do that like controller share thing since the races are really short.
Mm-hmm.
And you just try to beat the game with help. It's really fun.
Okay. I see there's a slider up here.
See the slider? Yeah. So
Yeah.
the article that Ross sent to us is an aggregate of the video game searches broken down by state by year since 2004. So Dustin and I are going to try to guess the most searched game of 2012, 11, or 10, 11, 12, 13, up to today for the states we lived in at the time. So I'll be ripping through just Ohio. But, and I am going to, and Dustin's going to try to guess what his was. So, 2010, the year our podcast started.
All right.
I already spoiled this for me. I know Ohio is the Xbox 360.
2010. Let's see. I was in North Carolina still. Xbox 360 had probably the highest market share at the time, right? 2010? Or has it turned around by that point?
I might have been turned around. Because it wasn't 06 that the $10,000 PlayStation came out. Right, because it was like $900, right, for the console, a game, and an extra controller. Maybe it was 2 games. My buddy dropped like close to $1,000 getting a launch one.
Getting those gold-plated HDMI cables.
He didn't get the monster cables. He might have used student loan money though.
Man, I can't believe that they used to sell cables like that for $50.
They still do. Of course, there is one now that's supposed to have an anti-aliasing chip in the cable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's actually real or just marketing lies. I don't know. So you got a guess?
I was gonna go Xbox 360.
Okay. What do we got?
It's PS3 in North Carolina.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
If you look at that, a lot of the states were PS3. I never would have guessed that.
Man, the Midwest is basically all Wii.
Well, 2010, yeah, that would make sense. Because that's when it was actually available.
Yeah.
Okay, 2011.
All right, 2011.
I'm gonna
Before
guess.
I go there. Nothing, go ahead.
Oh, I'm gonna guess it's 360 again.
Okay, 360 for Ohio. I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say it's gonna hold, and we're gonna see PS3 again in North Carolina.
Okay.
So let's see, 2011. Ooh, I was right. But Ohio would switch by that point.
Really?
PS3, yeah.
Wow. Okay. 2011 PS3. I was not doing a very good job of the podcast because I never would have guessed that. All right, 2012. I'm going to. I'm not going to pick the Xbox One or PS4 until 2013, 2014.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'm gonna bet on green again. I'm gonna say
Okay, 360.
360.
I'm gonna say it's gonna stay blue. We're gonna stay with PS3. Ooh, okay. So, okay, in 2012, Ohio was Xbox One.
So that must have been announced.
Yeah,
Oh.
and in North Carolina, it was PS4.
Okay, well,
The next generation had already arrived.
the Mason-Dixon line has divided us, Dustin. we are bringing the internet together. Anybody in the chat, click on the link and tell us what your state was doing, who you guys were following. Zarek makes a good point. He says the 360 dominated early on, but the PS3 dominated for the second half of the system's lives, sales-wise. Yeah, everyone, I've always heard that they became kind of neck and neck towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, okay. 2013? No, are we at 20? Yeah, so we're at 2013,
yeah.
Right? I'm going to go Wii U.
Okay. I think at this point I've switched states. So I think I'm going to be in Tennessee because Tennessee was Xbox One in 2012.
Okay.
So I'm going to say I'm going to go with PS4 this time.
Okay.
PS4 in Tennessee, Wii U in Ohio.
Damn.
Right?
Oh, I thought you were confirming.
No, not yet.
Okay, damn it. I was really excited to get that right.
Here we go. Get excited now. Oh, no, it's PS4.
Damn it.
Oh, you know what? Wii U's not even on here. Poor Wii U.
Damn. I guess we shouldn't be that surprised. But
Yeah.
this is based on Google searches,
Right.
not based on sales or anything.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised people weren't at least guessing Nintendo.
So it was all middle fingers to the Wii U.
I guess they didn't know what to search for. They were probably still getting just Wii searches at that point.
Right. Game Party 6 available now.
Okay, 2014.
14.
I'm going to say Ohio switches to PS4.
And I'm going to say it stays
Because
PS4.
this is after specs have been released, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say PS4.
Yes, Tennessee and Ohio are both PS4.
Are there any Xbox Ones in that year?
Man, Virginia was still looking up PS2. Let's see, Xbox One. No. The closest thing is Montana, Xbox 360.
Well, they listened to, what was his name, Don Maddox or whatever, that was like, if you don't have internet, we have a console for you. It's called the Xbox 360. Yeah. And in Montana, they took it literally.
Man, Xbox One didn't win any state.
That's not it's not a surprise. Everyone was pretty excited about that PS4.
Yeah.
That really had the mind share, I thought.
Yeah, everybody's new generation except Virginia, which was PS2.
That makes me really like Virginia a lot. Must have been does Virginia have this like really robust DVD secondary market? And people were just snatching up PS2s.
Virginia's for lovers.
Virginia's for lovers. Or people were just finding them if you can clean out cockroaches from a console. Remember when Tony bought a console off Craigslist?
Oh, yeah. Ugh.
So I don't think any of you guys were listeners way back when we talked about this, but our old co-host Tony bought a PS2 off of Craigslist, and when he opened it up, it was full of cockroaches. Pretty gross. I tried to clean it for him. I I didn't fix it. I know it didn't work. Maybe I could get it to turn on, but it wouldn't read discs.
Yeah. You should have got it to update. It always gets rid of the bugs.
But very good, Dustin. It reminds me of, what was that MTV show that the dude lived and had roaches talk shit to him?
Joe's Apartment?
There you go. Very good. Were you just thinking about that recently? You didn't have to go back very far in your mind for that.
I'm not proud of that, but it just came to me that fast.
That's a dumb show. Oh, is Eric saying Wii U was 2012? That's where we would have found some searches there for it. Okay, so we are at 2015?
Yeah, 2015.
I'm at PS4.
Yeah, I think it's going to be PS4 across the board from this point forward.
Because I don't think Switch is an option, right?
Right.
Okay.
Correct.
So, yeah, if you're curious, go check that out and make judgments on other states based on their searches.
We were wrong. Both of us.
Really?
Tennessee was PS3, and Ohio was Xbox One again.
In
2015.
2015?
Mm-hmm.
Had the PS3 in Tennessee?
Yeah.
Wild. Must have been
I wonder if there's was there all the different variant, like when they started trying to make they were trying to be Sega CD, and they just kept coming out with models.
No, remember the military was daisy chaining them together to our nuclear facilities?
Right, yeah, that's
we found out where that's now housed. Somewhere in Tennessee, there's a PS3 farm.
So Fort Bragg, Fort Benning, Fort Campbell, Fort Polk, I think Louisiana. No, it's Mississippi.
Yeah, you should be able to rattle those off. Grim Reaper wants to know if it's a boy or a girl.
We don't know yet.
Yeah,
It's early still. We probably got another 12 weeks, 3 months.
just look like a bean right now.
Yeah,
It's just there.
just hanging out.
You guys have to do any? Do you have like a guest room that you'll be able to make baby's room, or are they gonna have to share once they get a little older?
Right now, actually, as we speak, Kim is kind of moving stuff out of what was Solly's toy room.
Okay, cool.
Into his bedroom.
My brother and I had to share rooms growing up, and then didn't when we were older, when parents had an addition put on.
Cool.
I think it's good for kids to have to share space.
Yeah.
Like, it made me a better roommate in college.
Yeah, I see that.
Maybe not a better brother. Really, like, Mark paid the price for what my roommate Zach benefited from. Yeah, cool. Good stuff. Okay, so we're at 2016?
26. Oh, hey, going back to my kid.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
This, if people who are longtime watchers, no, we weren't even streaming back then. Longtime listeners, when Solly, we first got his first sonogram, he looked like Bowser at the end of one of the castles.
That's right.
In the first Mario.
I forgot all about it. Didn't you do a little paint.net
Yeah.
in there?
Yeah.
Do you still have that picture?
Somewhere in my Dropbox.
If you find it, that'd be an excellent thumbnail.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that, man. I think that was just an in joke for us. You might have put it on Twitter, but
maybe
like it wouldn't have been on YouTube or anything.
Mm-mm.
Like, you might have had to tell me about it and then text me a picture.
Yeah. Or throwing it in the Skype chat or something.
Yeah, that might have been it. Zarek says that PlayStation was his state the whole time. All 10 years it's been PlayStation.
In his bunker in Wyoming.
My friends lived in Wyoming for a while. Isn't there only like 500,000 people that live in that state?
I think so.
They loved it. They said it was amazing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it has a population. 586,555.
I'm really good at bar trivia. Like, why would I know
Well
that
done.
Wyoming has 500,000 people only?
Yeah.
Someone told me once and it stuck.
Wow, over 10 million in North Carolina. Holy
A
cow.
little over 1.2 in the greater Charlotte metro area.
Man, over 20 million in Florida.
There's a lot of old people, man.
Yeah, I guess that goes down pretty
Yeah.
consistently.
No. No, they're just restocking. What's that in logistics terms, last in, first out? No, it would be first in, last out. We had to do an operations class in business school, and it sucked. My teacher wrote this software to simulate having to be like a production manager in a warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
And it was impossible to understand. And I knew the teacher outside of class. We went on he was a chaperone for one of our class trips. That man was not smart enough to write computer software. And his design methods of it was impossible to understand what was happening. But then when he would explain the answers in class, it would make sense. But to try to figure out what to do with the software made it impossible to understand the concepts he was trying to teach us. But dude made incredible amounts of money just working in a college town. Because they had to publish their salaries at his level. It's crazy. I had one teacher that just bragged about it. He's like, yeah, no, the salary I made in the paper is underselling me, and I drive an Escalade to work. So, I'm like, in Athens, Ohio, the poorest county in Ohio at the time, money went real far. If you made $100,000 a year, you were rich.
Cool.
So good for Mr. Moberg. Good old Moberg. He kind of looked like Phil Mickelson. If Phil Mickelson was like a really nerdy guy, yeah, that's what he looked like. Okay, any other baby stuff or any other? Well, we didn't get to 2016.
2016. What do you think?
You said we switched back. I'm gonna go Xbox One.
Okay.
Because Scorpio would have been announced.
Yeah. Okay. PS3 was 2015 for Tennessee, so I'm gonna say we're gonna go back to PS4 for the Pro.
Oh yes.
Oh, okay. So Tennessee was still PS3 in 2016, and Ohio was PS4.
Oh, okay. I guess, yeah.
There you have it.
Those are the games most searched for. We did okay. I'm guessing we got about half of them right.
Mm-hmm.
So the next thing, I guess, speaking of PS3s in Tennessee, Dustin, this worked out really well as a transition.
Mm-hmm.
There's a PS3 emulator, and the emulator added 4K support. The Polygon article I'm going to have linked has a 2-minute video in it. Go ahead and mute that, Dustin, and watch the graphics.
Oh, I did.
It's incredible.
Yeah. Such a huge difference. Huge difference.
It looks like they went and remastered the game.
Yeah.
The textures have crazy detail. They were showing Ni no Kuni, and at one point you see a little kid kind of dancing in the background underneath like an archway, and they show the 1080p versus the 4K, and I mean, wow. I can't believe that much information was in the game. I don't understand how stuff is rendered, because I would think 720p is 720p is 720p.
Right. I guess it's just all those P's. They're getting added up now.
It makes for a great album, too. So, if you were going to play a PS3 game in this emulator, which one would you go with?
Let's see. Ooh, Dead Space. Done.
Ooh, there you go. That would be good, because I wasn't that impressed on the PC graphically. I thought it just looked like a 360 game. I think I would go with The Last of Us.
I was going to go with that, but the PS4 release, pretty much.
Well, I'm hoping that I just need a good excuse to play that game. Basically what it comes down to. I've not done it, and I need to play it. So that would be a good kick in the butt. Oh, I'm going to play it on my 4K TV. Go through the hoops of trying to get that to go. It'd be insane. It'd be stupid. It'd be a whole afternoon.
By the time you got to run it, you'd be like, man, I don't even want to play this anymore.
But probably. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, here it is.
Like, the hell with this. I'm going to go take a nap.
My little Zelda controller wanted to make a... Never played it. I need to. That's one I'm really embarrassed I haven't played since I have it. Ooh, Zarek says Demon Souls looks amazing.
Yeah.
I believe
it's in the video. It looks amazing.
So
I can confirm.
But yeah, so that's awesome. If you're into emulators, there's some really cool stuff happening. I guess the Dolphin emulator has some 4K support too. So some people are doing this with like Mario Galaxy and stuff. I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
So, all right, man. Well, it is now time for you. Yeah, everyone's like, it's a huge difference. It is stunning. In fact, I was more impressed with that back-to-back video than I have been seeing some remastered things. Because it wasn't as stark. It wasn't as... Like, it's pretty incredible, I guess. Let's leave it at that. I don't know what I'm saying. All right, Dustin, it's time for our YouTube channel of the week.
Channel of the week. Week. I went with one that I used to watch back in the day that recently resurfaced. And it is Bro Team.
Good for them for resurfacing. That's a name that's on par with ours.
He does a bunch of reviews. Well, he does everything now because you can stream and stuff. I saw that he's done like 1 billion streams.
Cool.
But I like his reviews because they're like 2 to 4 minutes long, with the exception of the Order 1886, which is like 5 seconds long, literally.
So it's proportionate to the total gameplay.
Yeah. But excuse me, goodness. I selected the DayZ review because I remember it being really funny. And I went back and rewatched it, and it is. It's a review that will spoil things for you. It's not actually a review, and it's basically just stream of consciousness nonsense that he talks, and it's hilarious.
I'm on board. I don't mind if that's spoiled for me.
Yeah.
Zarek says, "Oh my God, Metal Gear Solid 4! I need to do this." Talking about that
like
emulator.
Oh yeah. Ooh yeah. Man, that would be awesome.
So is Bro Team just one guy?
Yeah.
And all right, I'm back on board. That's a goofy enough name to have a plural.
He reviewed Beyond Two Souls, and in the review for that, at one point he shows, and he's like, "It's too bad all these people died in the game," and it was just all these people that are in the game that apparently die.
Just unabashed spoilers.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the, speaking of spoilers, I haven't watched the new Star Wars trailer for the episode 8, but I don't care if I hear any leaks or spoilers or anything.
Yeah.
I felt like nothing bad happened prior to 7, so it's house money now. They can spoil whatever. Throw theories at me. It's just Star Wars, and it's going to be there forever now.
Yeah. I think like episode 7 was a big event. Like, it really mattered. It was a sequel to Empire or Return.
Yeah.
And episode 8 is just the third sequel to come out in 3 years. So.
And especially when you have other popcorn Superman superhero movies coming out. I don't know about Superman. That just came to mind. That just blurted out.
He'll be in Justice League, I'm sure.
I think so. I think that was spoiled. They weren't supposed to announce it, but come on. Obviously he is.
Yeah.
I heard the new Thor movie's freaking sweet. It's been reviewing really well. I'm excited to see that.
Ragnarok?
Yeah, Ragnarok.
Yeah, cool.
I'm very excited to see that because Thor 1 is probably still my favorite of those Marvel movies. I was so caught off guard by that movie. Yeah, so Daisy and Beyond Two Souls. All right, I'm cool with. I'm probably gonna marathon this guy or binge watch him, and just dodge the videos that I don't want spoiled for me.
Yeah, there's a playlist. Again, they're like 2 to 5 minutes long, so you set aside 30 minutes, you'll get through a few of them.
Awesome, hell yeah. YouTube's great. Like, I was thinking the other day, would I give up live sports, the ability to watch live sports on television for YouTube? That's a tough one. Like, I'd love live sports. I guess I just have to go to more games. But I watch YouTube every day. I don't watch sports every day.
Yeah.
That's a tough call. YouTube's so great.
Yeah, when it doesn't suck, it's awesome.
I don't know if it's ABC and ESPN and NBC and Fox aren't aggressive related to sports rebroadcasts, but you know how before every sporting event they say unauthorized broadcast of this is against federal law, you must have written permission. 24 hours after college football games, the whole thing is up on YouTube with the commercials cut out. So instead of a 4-hour broadcast, it's cut down to like hour and 45 minutes, and you can watch the whole broadcast. So yeah, I'm definitely going to go with YouTube, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll just watch the game on demand.
George McCrate says sports, TV, what's that?
Actually, that is pretty fair. Grim Reaper says, I know, really. All right, I'll quit talking. I told you sports all episode, guys.
Mm-hmm.
My Irish are good this year. Hopefully the Indians are losing right now.
Tar Heels.
Notre Dame just crushed the Tar Heels. It was awesome.
Football?
Yeah. I know. Tar Heels don't care about that. They don't even have a section on their sport. It's lower than volleyball there.
You're the Valparaiso of football.
Actually, you know what? They win one big game, and that's what it would be.
No.
I'm going to take a look at ESPN real quick, and I'm going to either be very upset or very happy.
All right.
And I am happy.
Yeah.
I normally don't say this, but go Yankees. It is the Major League Baseball playoffs right now. Dude, over Cleveland, anything over Cleveland.
Come on down to Cleveland town, everyone.
I forgot we made that joke until I was editing the show, and I found this beautiful skyline of Detroit because of that. We had people in the chat giving Detroit love, Motor City, and all that stuff. At least we're not. Yeah, so good. So, all right, man. Well, let's talk about what we've been playing.
All right.
So what you been up to?
I've been playing a giant sack of shit on my iPhone.
Oh, yeah? Are you turning into a whale?
No. It's called Ellie. Help me out, please. I think it's like Ellie help me out, please. It's a puzzle game. It's like an escape game.
Oh, okay.
But you better be a federal profiler and familiar with the people who made it, because the puzzles in it are so damn obtuse.
Really?
I looked up a guide to beat this game.
It's a phone game that you can beat. That right there is good news.
Yeah. I don't do that with puzzle games.
Look stuff up? No, you don't. You create the guides for people with puzzle games.
The Room, what's up?
And The Room, too.
Yeah.
Your Room walkthrough videos still get comments and views. It's funny. We have a nice little... Our current videos don't pay the bills. It's these old ones we got lucky with. Like, Tony's got one that's almost at 1 million views. Our channel...
Is that phone MMO?
Yeah, Ordering Chaos.
Yeah.
I'm almost to 600,000 on one of my videos. It is kind of neat to go back. We can go through our numbers and add them up, and you and I independently have 1 million views on YouTube.
Sweet.
Which is insane to think about.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's a very cool feeling. Not that it does anything for us, but it's a nice little bragging right thing.
Mm-hmm.
If I ever get a big corporate job in the future, that'll be my icebreaker. I have a million. No, actually, it won't. I won't tell people I do this. Never mind. I'll have to be on like a retreat or something.
Yeah.
So Ellie, what you said it's an escape game, but how are the puzzles oriented? Like,
So you're helping a girl who's trapped in a room, and you're watching everything on a monitor. It's after an earthquake, and she's stuck.
okay,
And you're trying to help her out of this room. You can switch the camera from one side of the room to another side, and you just solve the puzzles. Good luck,
that's.
because they are dumb as hell.
Oh, they're not even like not clever. They're just. Does it feel
No.
more like a point and click
Mhm.
style of puzzles where you just
It's like point and click ass game from 1994.
like Sierra type stuff?
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and spoil one of the puzzles. So there's
Hold on, George McCrae does say, "Gaming is possible on Apple products." I like that. So they're
There's-
evolving. Okay, sorry.
there's a locket on a duffel bag, and you're trying to get this locket open, or a lock on a duffel bag open.
Okay.
Not to mention the fact that she has a rusty trowel that she used to dig something up, and you could just cut the stupid bag open with the trowel and get whatever you needed out of it. I'm going to put that aside. So you get the trowel, you unbury this thing under one of the
Dustin would be excellent at cinema sins or video game sins. I love when he makes that joke in this. Okay. So, all right. So aside from the fact that it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So to get the code, here's what you do. I'm going to spoil this for you. There are mushrooms growing from under one of the tiles. You
Okay.
use the trowel to pull up the tile. You unbury what's under the thing that's making the mushrooms grow. It's a human arm. On the arm is a ring. You can pull the ring off. If you do, you won't solve this puzzle. You'll have to put the ring back on.
No way.
Yeah. The ring tells you the code because it shines. The ring shines. I thought it was just like, oh, hey, there's an item here. Let me pick it up. No, it shines in Morse code that lines up with a poster on the wall. For some reason, this ring just shines Morse code. And then you're like, oh, it's 356. And then you open the lock to get out the hairdryer so that you can use the hairdryer on the bed so that the heat activated invisible. This stupid game sucks ass.
What? How'd you get the game? Did you pay for it?
No, I didn't. It
Okay.
was free. It was free to download. Carl Williams, I follow him on Facebook,
Yeah.
and he reviewed it for Gaming on Batteries.
Okay.
I was like, oh, horror. Hey, that sounds cool. And I downloaded it. And then I was flipping off my phone 5 seconds later.
It is called Ellie. Is there-
Ellie, help me out, please.
There are some good mobile games out there. It's too bad this isn't one of them.
Yeah.
Hey, you know that Skyforce shooter game that we liked?
Hmm.
That was one of the PS Vita games free this month. And
Hey.
it is awesome on the Vita.
Dude.
I like it more on the Vita than on my phone. This is really cool. So since you've been getting around baby stuff and whatnot, that's pretty much all you got to this week, right?
Yeah, I downloaded another app called Night Terrors.
Okay.
And it's basically like a haunted house simulator for your phone. Again, it's another phone game. And it's currently the fall break in my schools. And what I wanted to do, what my plan was I was going to play this game in these completely empty schools. Because how cool would that be?
Get nice. Yeah, good ambiance and...
But there are too many people in these schools. Like, my first 2 years during fall break, it was a ghost town.
Oh, really?
But now that I actually have plans to actually do something with it, nobody. There's just people everywhere.
You got to go. See, the key is you got to go find those Zelda dungeons again and find the little hidden areas behind the bookshelves away from people. Because you'll find your Philips CDI in there.
Uh-huh.
And you'll be able to chill out with your phone game.
All those video games.
And anytime you're burnt out on your phone game, you just fire up the CDI and your phone's going to feel amazing again.
Play Mario's Hotel.
Yeah.
Wanda Gamelon.
What was the other one? Wanda Gamelon. That's always the one I think of.
Mm-hmm.
There was another Zelda one there. I forget the name of. No one I hear it, though. Well,
Zurich says, play Prey.
Oh, I heard
Prey.
I heard Prey is good. And I know he's been enjoying it.
I actually own it on PS4. I've just never played it yet.
I think you remember talking about buying it.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds familiar. Grim Reaper says Pinout is a cool pinball game on iOS. I really like pinball games on video game pinball games. Pinball Arcade, as janky as it is on Steam, is so good. It's licensed tables from like Bally and Stern and all those. And so I have the Addams Family, and I use my Steam controller and grab the bottom of the Steam controller to be my flippers.
Cool.
It's a fun way to play those games.
Yeah.
Zen Pinball, I don't like those as much. The physics doesn't feel as good as Pinball Arcade, but you get all the new licensed wild properties like Marvel and Star Wars and all that kind of stuff.
I wonder if Zen Ball was trademarked.
Instead of Zen Pinball?
Yeah.
I wonder what
Zen Ball.
I bet it's some stupid, like, a metal ball that you,
right.
you know.
Yeah. Something from those catalogs in the back of Airplane.
Yes, it's a magnet
Sharper
ball.
Image.
Or Sky Mall. No, there was Sharper
Sky
Image
Mall.
and Sky
Yeah.
Mall. Okay. Good stuff. Those are gone. Oh, I saw an amazing hack for life hack. No, it's not really a hack. A great tip for watching content in an airplane.
Okay.
If you like to watch on your phone, take a little plastic bag, like a Ziploc bag, and
put it over your head.
And you put it in the tray. I thought you said the overhead. What'd you say?
And put it over your head.
Oh, no. Okay. I thought you meant... I was picturing like under the seat rest. But you know the little clip that holds your tray up?
Mm-hmm.
You wedge the bag in there, and then it just hangs freely, and you have a great holder that's eye level, so you're not looking down. You're not having to use any tray stands, and it's just right exactly where you'd want it to be. I thought, that's great. That's a really good idea. Especially if your content that you want to watch is on your phone, if that's where your batteries and stuff are. I thought it was a really neat little idea. I'm going to borrow that one. Well, Dustin, I have been playing more Cuphead. I am, I think, 68% through now.
All right.
It is not getting more difficult yet. And I think it's because my skill level has gotten better. I know the little nuances of the game and how the controls feel and all that kind of stuff. I'm addicted, man. I adore this game. It's really fun. The way it started, it was so difficult. It made me think I can't get through this.
Okay.
But I'm in the third out of 4 worlds, and I'm starting to get to the end, like first try. I'm getting much better at the game, and that's really awesome. I hope that people that I don't know. I hope too many people aren't turned off by hearing how difficult it is. It's not as difficult or impossible as people are making it sound. I'm going to be very proud when I beat it, but it's not. You would say, what's the big deal? This is too hard? You really would. But I don't remember. Did I mention that I played it with my brother the other week? Did I talk about the co-op?
I don't think so.
It was. We had been drinking. It's if you've been drinking, it's too hard. That I will say.
Okay.
I thought there would be a nice ramp up, and the two of us couldn't beat the first level.
Okay.
We did, but he died early, and I managed to get to the end.
Cool.
So I was like, "Hey, we beat it," and he was like, "You beat it." All right. But Cuphead's phenomenal. It's one of the... Just how you created that toy, your Target dad joke telling skeleton, this is like I designed a video game. It has a lot of the stuff that I really, really like. And I like these old style cartoons. Like I bought one of those collections. It's like 200 cartoons or 600 cartoons in one. We used to have a bunch of these old VHS tapes that now I realize my parents were cheap, but my brother and I didn't know any better. We didn't care. It was cartoons. There was one about like ducks building a wall to the sun because of a greedy guy.
Okay.
I don't know what it was about that cartoon, but I loved it. And it's somewhere. It's one of those 600 cartoons.
Cool.
I don't know where, but it's one of them. I took the time to look through it. Uh-oh. George McCrate says, Cuphead is the new Rick and Morty. Uh-oh. Well, a lot of people are complaining about Rick and Morty fans saying you have to be smart to get the show.
Oh, okay.
So by saying to enjoy Cuphead, you got to be good.
You have to stop sucking at life.
Yeah, you gotta get good, man.
Yeah.
Which I'm also a big Rick and Morty fan, so I don't unsubscribe, George. I'm sorry. I'm part of the problem. I'll try to hold off. No, I won't. Cuphead's amazing. And if you're as good as me, you'd understand. Damn it.
That's right.
Also, I made an impulse purchase, and I bought Golf Story on the Switch.
Okay.
Have you heard about it at all? It's the RPG that's golf.
I've seen some stuff on Twitter about it.
You're a little... it kind of looks like Earthbound as far as graphics. And you just wander around and do RPG things, but it's all golf related.
All right.
It's something addicting about it. I love golf games, and
So you use your chipper to kill 1,000 slimes?
that would be great.
I'd play that.
No, they're more golf rules than that, I guess. But you level up your character, and you get harder and harder things to do. Eventually, you level up to the point where you play 9 holes of golf. Now, I did hear Ben Pack complaining about it a bit on the Bombcast this week. He had said that it was basically a little too easy, and by the time he got to the point where he could play the big golf tournaments, he's like, man, I've played a lot of golf already. So by the time he got to like the good stuff, he had already kind of burnt out. So I hope that's not the case for me. But it's $15. So if I have a good, I'm going to sleep, I need to relax kind of, I'll play one more thing, and it's not Rocket League or Cuphead or anything like that. This I think will be a nice relaxing game. So
at the end, it's a one-on-one fight with Lee Trevino.
Dude, Super Max, I take that. That would be an amazing Easter egg, dude. I love Lee Trevino's fighting golf. That game's amazing. George says, don't worry, it's lovely, don't be sorry.
Souls Cup. Ugh.
Souls Cup, what's that?
He said they named just everybody gaming related covers it. I liked it until they all named it Souls Cup, like Dark Souls.
Oh.
Yeah.
I will give Jeff Gerstmann credit. So you got Cuphead, and his buddy is Mugman. He's like, dude, they should have called the game Mugman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds pretty rad.
Cuphead, Mugman. Yeah, Mugman's way better.
I like Mugman. That really just rolls off the tongue. Mugman.
Maybe that'll be the sequel.
Well, he's already in the game. Yeah, that would be great. So
Mugman X.
Default's blue. Yeah, there you go.
Mugman Legends.
Would it go into like the from the 30s? It would go into like the Warner Brothers animation in the 50s, or like Disney in the 50s. So the game progresses with each. Man, we get some good stuff in here. Grim Reaper says, my dad said Cuphead looked cheesy. Interesting. Wow, yeah, and Grim Reaper also likes the old Mickey Mouse cartoons. I like that old style. It's kind of cool. Yeah, Mugman.
Yeah, the animation is awesome.
It's stunning. The look of it. If the game is too hard and you don't want to play it, you really should at least watch some playthroughs. Just to... The music is incredible. The look's amazing. I don't know how many hand-drawn things of animation are created just to do one like bullet to hit one enemy. Like, to do just that one little animation, how much time was put into it. And you have to do that for all the different types of explosions that could happen. And then you got to animate the bosses and the characters and their jumps and their dashes. It's like, wow. And then you got to make the game fun to play. On top of the the aesthetics being awesome. Your Mugman X confirmed. Also, I went back to playing Hob. I needed something that wasn't as brutal.
Mm-hmm.
And I really love Hob. So I'm further than I was, and it feels good to just keep progressing in that game. I found that I can't take too long of a break, though.
Yeah.
Because I can get myself forgetting which direction I was trying to head.
Same here. I need to get back to that. I need to get back to like 15 different games, though.
Yeah. So, but Hobbs a lot of fun. So definitely recommend it. All right, man. Let's get to our emails and
I'll shut my
comments.
YouTube down.
If you'd like to email the show, if you have any thoughts for us, then you can send that to classicelite@gmail.com. That's classic L337. You can also leave comments in our YouTube videos, and we read those on air as well. So if you'd like to participate in the conversation, those are two easy ways to do that. We really enjoy the feedback and all that. So, yeah, our show wouldn't be as long as it is if we didn't get the feedback we do.
True.
Plus, we would have we'd have longer running airs. It helps us to be corrected a lot.
Yeah.
We did get an email from our good buddy Dumez. He just says, hearing Dustin mention Metal Gear Solid 5 is on PS Plus. So I bought a 1 month of PS Plus to register it to my account. And I bought another game with a sweet discount. Bravo. He says $22 Canadian for both games. He said, I still don't have a PS4, but when I do, I have a really big library to go to. It's awesome. He said he's going to buy a pro system, of course, because he's a professional gamer. So good stuff. Thank you, Demez, for that. And then he also left a comment last episode.
And it says, if you like ActRaiser and you want an awesome SNES action game, building cities through combat, Soul Blazer. Check it out.
Damn.
Might be too expensive.
For me.
May have to emulate it, Scott. Really fun game, and lots of sound effects from ActRaiser are in it. And it has a battery save.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
This is like the most... It's like the rarest European SNES game.
Damn.
The American version is more... it's easier to get a hold of. But it only came out in like Scandinavia?
Even though it's... Oh,
in Europe?
The Europe one. Okay, I was like, really?
Right. The
only place
PAL
they
version.
released the American one is in Europe. Great.
You want that
Nintendo's
game,
making
go
choices back
through
then. I'm not familiar with Soul Blazer. I've heard of ActRaiser, of course, but... Oh, and George McCrate says he had the developers in his chat. Was that Runic? Those guys? Those would be great. They are very nice. Our schedules got kind of screwed up, so we don't have that interview this week. We might tomorrow, but we'll see. So
it's my fault. My schedule sucks. It's my fault.
Well, yeah, hey, we're gonna push through. Our interviews are good. He says that's available. George says Soul Blazer is available on the SNES Classic as DLC. But that's a good one. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be it for the episode this week.
Yeah.
So I want to thank everybody. Yeah, it's Eric. We talked about the Classic getting hacked. We're not sure what we wouldn't do it, I guess is what we'll say.
Yeah.
To each their own, but I wouldn't do it. So yeah, that's going to be it for the show. Want to give everybody a quick reminder. We do have Amazon affiliate links if you'd like to support the show. Honestly, though, I would rather get a subscription from you on YouTube than or a comment on iTunes or anywhere that you listen to the show. If there's a like button or a favorite button or anything like that, if you could click on any of that stuff, that's amazing. So yeah, you can support us there. As far as our social media and stuff like that is concerned, you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Just search for Classic L337. Also want to thank Ben Landis very much for letting us use his song Through the Forest as our intro music. It's off his album Adventure in Pixels. And our RSS feed for people that might want to listen to audio only and use their phone or whatnot. I need to get us on Amazon as well. Although our name's going to be tough for it, so it might be tough. But we're on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Podbean, SoundCloud, and our website, classicleet.com. That's going to be it this week. So, Dustin, for outro music this week, I went away from the Halloween theme.
Mm-hmm.
But the person that put together the compilation of Fright Club that we played last week is Purely Gray, and he just put out a new album. His name's Alex, and he's from Russia, so he's the reason we have Trump as our president, but at least he gives us good chiptunes, so it's kind of a wash.
Sweet.
But the song is called Deep Waters. It's off his brand new album. If you like the song, please go to his Bandcamp. It's trackedmusic.bandcamp.com and buy some music from him. It's name your own price, and it's awesome. It's really, really fun music. This particular song, Dustin, I wonder if we have any music listeners, like people that know music theory and whatnot, because the song has one complicated time signature, and then the chorus is in a traditional 4/4 timing.
Okay.
But the first part of the song plays 5 notes over and over, but it's in a 3 count. So it has this really cool timing to it. And I don't know. Is that 5/4? Is that 3/4? Is it 3/3? I have no idea. Is it 4/3? 2/3? I don't know. All those exist. There's 7/8. I don't know. I couldn't be a drummer. I can play weird time signatures on my guitar, but not because I count it correctly. It's because I brute force memorize it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. You're not a music guy, right? You don't know music theory.
I played trombone in 7th grade.
Okay, so if you could please explain to me the nuances of 3/4 timing, that would be awesome.
For a moment, I thought I might be in a ska band.
Less than Jake, baby. I was always impressed with people that could play the trombone. It seemed almost impossible, but I guess you'd feel the note on a vibration point, which is crazy.
Yeah.
You'd know where you're roughly supposed to be, but you could feel the vibration in your lips on whether or not you were hitting the note correctly. It's amazing how sensitive humans can be. It's really neat. So anyways, go to Purely Gray.
Bunch of big babies.
Or little babies in your case.
Yeah.
So, again, congratulations, Dustin.
Thank you.
On bringing better people into this world than exists. So, we have, again, go to Purely Gray if you like this song and check it out. It is called Deep Waters. And we will see you next week for episode 251.
Boosh.
Very nice. All right. So, thank you very much, George. Good to see you. Zarek, Grim Reaper. Thanks for bringing over the raid again. It was a good night for all of that. We got Babs. We got Purplans. Thank you guys very much for hanging out. JC was back again. Definitely good to see all you guys.
Iceman.
Oh yeah, Iceman was there early. You got Ken, of course. Crude was hanging out. Even though we didn't get an update on Crude's PC. PC building is really hard right now. Bitcoins have ruined the GPU market. No graphics cards. That's a little hyperbolic. So is saying no good graphics cards, but no real good graphics cards are available right now. At MSRP, they're all above it.
Yeah.
Sucks. So, all right, everybody, you guys have a good night. I'm going to shut down the stream, and we'll see you next week.
Peace out.